Yo, what up guys, beside me here. In this video I want to go over some in-game news for this weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We already know there is a shard opening event. I'll go over some champions you might get this weekend. The next thing, I want to open some Prism crystals, at least the few I was able to obtain. Then I want to go over to the altar of souls and open some soul stones before I finish up the video with my fusion upgrade so far. So let's get right into it. First of all, the news that is dropping in game today, you've not probably seen it, but these are the champions you might get on Friday if you're opening your ancients, void shards, your sacred shards, even your this other red shards right here. So if you're opening them, these are the list of champions that are available as part of a progressive chance event. It starts with a 15x, it goes up to a 20x, it goes up to even a 25x if you keep pulling legendaries without getting any of these champions on this list right here. So that's Glacier of the Meltwater. That's a strange, it's a new champion, I guess, because they always bring out new champions, and that's the first time I'm reading out this name in raid. So that's a new champion you might obtain. Sun Wukong is up for grabs. Then Razovag, that's a huge number of champions that a lot of people want to get as part of their roster, especially Razovag, since we've now seen what he can do in a lot of content. That's a copy I already own, so if you're pulling your shards on Friday, that's the champion. It's important for you to take out this list and know which champions are available, so you don't rush into Friday and pull, because there is a brand new batch of champions coming up in Saturday and a brand new batch of champions coming up on Sunday. So that's 3 different days, 3 different 15x events that you might want to be aware of. Even if you're not banking on getting the legendary champions, at least the epic champions is something that newer players want to target. So for void and shards, you have Kadiel and Varkanen available if you're pulling voids on this weekend. And now for the epic slots, which is very important for newer players, especially my noob to pro or my other account that I'm currently playing on. Lockwayne is available. That's a champion that is actually needed for Mikage Fusion, right? Deacon Armstrong, Doom Priest, Akentom, and Gembo are for void shards. So that's the epic champions that are on the list for Friday. So take a closer look at this list. If you want any of this champion, you can compare it with the ones available on Saturday during the progressive chance event. All right, let's close over to the Saturday list, and that's it. On the 18th of May, progressive chance event starts up with a 15x, goes up to a 20x and 25x if you don't obtain the champions on the list. Let me start with the epics, because Toragi the Frog is one that a lot of mid-game to end-game players need to make their clan boss. Normal killable teams work for them the first time you want to get to Ultra Nightmare. At least Toragi is essential. Sandler Survivor is still essential in content like that. Skull Crusher, this is like a clan boss draft that they are doing. And Drizia, I don't know where she'll be used there. Then White Dryad Near. So those 2 champions from the Void Shards category, but that's a lot of useful epics. I think those epics are even better than the Friday epics. Now, what about the legendaries on Saturday? We still have Giat the Thrust. Okay, that's a different champion. Giat the Thrust Shield, that's a new champion also being on the chopping block. Kyoku, Blizzard the Hola, Kuruga the Dead Bell, and Sneak Track as the legendaries you can obtain from Ancients, Primal Shards, and Sacred Shards on Saturday. Then for Krisk the Ageless and Necrit the Great, those are 2 champions, void champions for those pulling their void shards. Remember, this weekend we don't yet know whether we will have any boosted events. They've not announced it. It's not a 2x on Sacred, it's not a 2x on anything yet, not yet known. But these are the Prism progressive chance event going on this weekend. So I think it will be a normal weekend for them to put this high amount of champions on the list. I think it won't be a 2x, it's just going to be a normal 15x progressive chance event, not attached to any 2x event. So all right, let's see. On Sunday, that's the last day for you to get an opportunity of obtaining some of these champions during the progressive chance event. It's Elva, Autumnborn, Badel Kaza, Oela, Noct the Paralyzer, and Lady Eret. This is the worst batch in terms of all the ones I've seen so far. And I mean, Elva is crazy good. Yes, Badel is still very, very good. So, but compared to the other roster we just saw for Saturday especially, this seems like a less important number of champions people need. It depends on your roster though. It depends whether you need Elva so bad, like I don't have an Elva. So Sunday might be the best day for me to pull my Sacred Shards, Primal Shards, or Ancient Shard if I'm already pulling shards towards the upcoming Summon Rush for the Wixwell Fusion. So that's what is happening this weekend. I think it's all about the Summon Rush for Wixwell Fusion. So choose your pick. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which of these 15x chances do you think is going to be the best? As for Void Shards, Senna, Amberheart, and Tuharanak are the 2 champions available from Void Shards on Sunday. What about the epic category? We have Elfrig, Dilaja. Are the champion are useful for the Mikage Fusion? Then Wernon, the Silken. Urugrim is amazing, and then Dimitar for those champions who are still struggling to put together their first unkillable or block damage clan boss demon lord teams. So that's the 3 days events that are coming up. Choose which ones you want to go for. Again, I'll put it on the screen. This is for Sunday, this is for Saturday, and this is for Friday. So which one do you think is the best? I think for mid-game players who are looking for amazing epics, I think this Toragi the Frog, Sandler Survivor, and Skull Crusher is a combo that you're probably going to just get you your ultimate clan boss team that will help you get your first 3 key Ultra Nightmare if you've still not done that yet, or you don't have an unkillable team. As for endgame players, you have to choose which of these legendaries call your attention the most. Are you looking forward to your first Razovag? Are you looking forward to getting a what do you call this champion now? Eva or Badel Kazar, or you're pulling your voice shards to see if you can get a Tuhanarak or Necri the Grace or Krisk. Now Krisk is one that is very, very important also for endgame players to obtain, especially if you're pulling voice shards all this time, you're close to Messi and you still not obtain a champion like that. All right, let me put that aside. And the next thing, I want to go over to this shiny portal summoning pool event that hosts only barbarian faction champions. I managed to go over to the Sand Devil Necropolis and farm enough to get me that 25 Prism Crystals, and I can go over there and click right now. But take note, I'm not expecting any legendaries. This event has a 6% chance of getting a legendary if you have these 25 Prism Crystals right here to summon. It's a very low chance, and since it's been going on, I've not gotten anything, so my expectations are low. I'm just looking forward to getting maybe a duplicate copy of Faraken the Fat so I can add into my Fashion Guardian or make him a +1. And I even appreciate a +1 high cartoon. I don't want Vala. I definitely don't want Hoskarul or Aena. I just want the most important epics at least. Legendaries are out of the way because I've lost hope on getting legendaries from this type of event. But I still keep going for it because it gives me an opportunity to farm the Sand Devil and go those precious oils. All right, let's go. Yes, as I guessed it, yes, as I called it out, Faraken the Fat is in the bag, and this is what I actually wanted him to help me with. If you're new to Raid and you're looking for those events to help you get essential epics that that are listed right here, is the best time to go for them. So let me show the epics. Get my Faraken the Fat +1 because that's all I wanted from him, and I'm glad I achieved it. Faraken the Fat +1. Well, before I put him like this into empowerment, I might need to get him some levels. The champion training is currently going on, so I'm not going to use him as empowerment yet until I get him to at least level 18 or 19 to help me with champion training points. We're free to play players that the little sacrifices you need to make to get your champion training a lot easier. All right, now that I got that one out of the way, the next thing I wanted to open was Altar of Souls Mortal Soulstones. What is going on? Why am I opening Mortal Soulstones? There's no red dot, the portal is not glowing, but there is a tournament that launched in the game that gives you some points, some essential resources for summoning your Soulstones, and that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Check out Soulstone Chase. It has been going on for at least 2 days. I've been ignoring it until I came over here and I saw there's 600 points for a Void Shard, 325 for an Epic Skill Tome, 150 for a 150 gems, and at least 50 points right here for 300 energy. This is something you do not want to miss. For 2 days while it was been going on, I totally ignored it. I was like, I'm saving my soul stones for one of those events that will give you a champion. Soul stones these days is not just best used for soul chase like this. It's usually used to get a champion. It's usually used to get resources in game, and I think this at least 50 points right here to get you this 300 energy is not something anybody, even a newer player like my noob to pro right here chilling on the corner or headhunters account, should not miss that 300 points. It's something that you should go over there, pull 10 soul stones and get your 300 energy. It's huge. So I just wanted to pull it out there for those players who are looking at it. I'm like, nope. You're probably saving your Mortal Soulstones, Mortal Soulstones or Eternal for some bigger purpose, which you should, but don't miss out on those 50 points right here. So let me see how far I can go with only pulling my Mortal Soulstones. Let me make it up to 100. How far 100 can take me? I'm currently at what, 90? I didn't check again. Okay, 2 more. I just want to pull 100 and see how many points I can get right there. All right, we're at 100 now. Mortal Soulstones. I don't know if I have enough space. Always set your wish list for champions you want before you go over there and pull it. And this type of event will give you points according to the value of the perfect soul you get. So 1-star perfect soul will give you less points. A high star, 4-star, 5-star perfect soul will give you a higher points. So wish me luck. Let's see if I can get something. Now, I'm not going to touch my Mortal Soulstones. I'm not going to touch my Eternal Soulstones. That's just irresponsible because we know these are the 2 best ways to complete those other type of Titan events, those, you know, Hero Spat events. That's what I'm saving my Mortal and Eternal Soulstones for. Titan and Hero Spat that requires us to summon, or even, yeah, Hero Spat especially, that requires us to get some points from the Soulstones. That's what is best to save this for. Or one of those Soulstone events that boost your chances of getting 5-star champions from Immortals. That's what is best to save this for. So hopefully I can use only my Mortal Soulstones to get these 600 points that I need for that Void Shards, because we free-to-play players who don't like to see Void Shards and let it go, Epic Skill Tome and let it go, or 300 energy and let it go. Let's see if we can obtain it. I've had some very, very bad luck summoning this Soulstone, so it's not a big deal anymore for me. I can just get a bunch of 1-stars and still call it a day. That's a 4-star Spirit Host, which will be sold, Melga, and that's 83 points. See, just by doing a 10 pull, you already have the 50 points in the bag, and I can stop right here because I have the 300 energy that I need. But let's see if I can go up to 600. If 10 pull can give me 83, that means 100 pull should give me what I need. That's 600 points, I hope. I want to see at least 1 5-star for a champion that I do not own yet. That would be amazing. It's not a boosted chance of getting, that's a legendary, but it's only 83 points, I guess. So, but it's nice that the points are not coming up before we see the final perfect soul. That's 2 pulls done with 8 more to go. Another Spirit Host, Coffin Smasher, a bunch of rares. That's the 4-star Tilak, that is trash, and a 2-star Abias I probably have. Another 84 points Bassat, a champion I own, right? Gore, 2-star, probably having my 3-star already. So I'm getting closer to what, 200 points right now. I should be able to get that 600 points with only Immortals, I hope. I don't want to. That's a 4-star perfect soul for Cold Heart, which I already have at maybe 5-star already. That's 300 points because I got an old band 6-star. See, I knew I could do it with just a few Mortal Soulstones. Old band, give me 300 points. So I'm closer to 400 or 500 points right now. I'll do one last 10 pull and I'll call it. There is no reason for me to go above the 600 points. There's no reason for me to go over the what do you call that stuff now, the void shard that I actually want. No reason. Let me save the rest. That's a legendary. Please be a 5-star. No, that's just a 1-star Helicat. And I'll end. Let's pick up this. Let's see, did I get that void shard that I wanted? There's no reason to go above it at all. With 20 hours to go on the clock. Not yet. So I got the Epic Skill Tome, the 150 gems. Now, I'm not going to claim this 300 energy because tomorrow a Dungeon Divers is coming up where I want to spend it in the Fire Knight. So I'm not going to claim that. Just 50 or 40 more points, about that amount to get me what I want. So let's go single pools. So I don't go above it. I just need 40 points. Or 33 if I'm being honest. That's 3 points. 30 points. I'm looking for 30 points. That's one? Come on now. Come on, Raid. I should have just done a temple, right? Else I'm just gonna get 1 point each. Give me a legendary or a 4-star 5. That's a 5-point Rain Beast. Another epic, the 3-star and above. That's a 2-star. Alika. I hear good things about that champion. Not tested her yet though. Another 1-star Ruela. I'm doing a champion guide on Ruela. I'm just farming up her masteries. Once her masteries are done, I will test her in different content and see what all the hype is about. Ruela. I should have just done a temple because it seems like I didn't get up to not even 1 legendary. Just 1 stars and 2 stars. No 3 stars this time around. The last one. And it's a rare. So I don't think this is enough points to get me what I need. Don't miss this, guys. Soul Chase tournament going on. Just get your 50 points, get the 300 energy, and call it a day. But if you do have enough Mortal Soulstones like I do saved, you can go over there and do just 2 more to get that 600. Just 2 more. I need 4 points only. That's 1 point probably. That's 2. Okay, 2 more points, and I have my Void Shard in the bag. I'm gonna go above it. Alright, that's it. Delver completed it for me. Void Shard in the bag, and Mortal Soulstone or Soul Chase tournament is over for me. Now, if you're a spender who wants to go all the way to the top of the tournament leaderboard, you have what rewards waiting for you right here. A legendary skill tome at 1,450 points, and a mythical skill tome is also waiting for you. If you win it, you have another legendary skill tome coming for you, and a 6 pieces of 6-star relentless mythical artifact set, which is for spenders only. I know some people who saved up a lot of Soulstones could probably get this one free to play, but I'm not pushing for it this time around. I'm done with my 600 points. So this is what I wanted to highlight in this video, not just the other news and the Prism crystals that I got Parakin the Fast from. This is the main thing that I wanted to title this video, that do not miss this before it ends. Even if we are all currently in saving mode, that we know that our Mortal Soulstones and Eternal Soulstones, which you can even craft more. I go over there, I can craft 5 of this. I can craft 1 copy of this yet. So I'm saving all this for a hero's part where they are best used these days in raid, or when there's a boosted chance of getting your wish list champions right here. When there is a boosted chance. Not this time around. I just wanted to get that void shard and other things. To add to the number of shards I have currently 66, waiting for the time where they will do one of those guaranteed void legendary events. Hopefully by then I'm up to 100 plus or 80. And yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video is the ongoing Wixwell Fusion. For those who are still catching up with it, there are some events and tournaments that you should be aware of. The Dungeon Divers right here above me has 20 hours to go. So at the point of recording this video, Thursday today, I'm not doing Fire Night. So we already have to take a break, wait for these Dungeon Divers to kick off before we go crazy on the Fire Night. Now, Raid, in their wise way of doing this, have already launched the Fire Night event for those players who don't know yet that they shouldn't be chasing the Fire Night when the Dungeon Divers has not started, except you are one of those players who are missing out on or skipping out on one of these rares or 4 of the rares. That's when you don't need to look at Dungeon Divers. I have to look at Dungeon Divers and pair my Fire Night with my Dungeon Divers, so I'm not touching the Fire Night. I'll stay at 0 points until tomorrow. Once that Dungeon Divers start, that's when I'll head into the Fire Night and begin to farm it like a madman and get it done with Dungeon Divers. It also coincides with a 2x chance of getting regeneration sets. So for newer players who are not going for the Wixwell Fusion, you don't even have to wait for Dungeon Divers. You can start farming your Fire Night today and start getting you those regen sets that you need to complete content like Faction Wars, to complete content like solo Dragon Champion builds, solo this, solo that. It's all best done with regeneration sets. So you can start farming it today, whether you're farming it at level 20, 25, or even higher that level of the Fire Night hard mode, which I will be farming it at 6 to be more consistent, so I don't end up turn on super rates, so it's a shorter time. The because within a day, I'm sure your fire knight can be completed. So it's gone are the days when we used to fear that one day is not enough to farm fire knight. These days with super rates, one day is enough to complete fire knight while dungeon divers is on, and you can still farm it. So speaking about dungeon divers, before the previous dungeon divers ended, it had the prism crystals which had a lot of points to obtain it. The dungeon diver that just ended, so many points, 5,000 points right there to obtain these prism crystals. So you just saw me open one prism crystal and got Faraken the Fat. Why didn't I claim this one? Why didn't I open it? It's because of Boozer. Boozer put out a video talking about how we can save these prism crystals and save it for the next prism crystals event, summoning pool event. So I finally listened to his advice, which says if you don't like the current pool of summoning champions, if you don't like the fact that there's no Duchess in here, there's no CP, there's no Rotos, there's no crazy champion that you want in raid in this summoning pool for barbarians, you can get the event, get the prison crystals, but don't claim it. So that's something I learned from Bruiser's recent video, where he is not claiming his prison crystals, he's waiting for it right here in the Dungeon Divers event or in the Sun Devil event. It will stay here. When it expires, it will go into your prism crystals storage. So what do I mean right here? It will just be added to your 10. Right now I have 10, it will be added to my 10. I'll have 35 by the next time this summoning pool events come around. I'll have 35 off the bat to go. So I know I did claim my prism crystals obtained from the Sun Devil Necropolis, so that's the one I opened that got me my Faraken the Fat. So I should have also saved that one. But anyways, I hope the next prism crystal summoning event is a better one, because I'm currently going to be starting it with 35 off the bat. So maybe by then we'll summon it 3 times to see what we can get. But I'm still not expecting anything. I'm glad to have an epic that is actually useful this time around. So that's everything that is happening in raid. That's all the news I had to share with you guys, and that's what I'm doing right now in raid, summoning my prism crystals, holding on for the dungeon divers to start for tomorrow so I can start going crazy for the fire knight. For now, I'm doing my artifact enhancement, doing my gear cleanses, creating some space so I can get enough space to farm that fire knight when it starts. Summon rush tomorrow, watch out. I'll just be getting just enough points to get the rare. I'm not one of those who is going all out to get the epic in summon rush, so I'm just gonna do what I need to do to get the rare. So hopefully you watch that video and see, hopefully, so I can maybe summon some shards and get some crazy amount of champions, hopefully. All right, that's all I have for you guys. What is happening at your end in raid? Are you still catching up with the fusion? Are you going crazy right now for the fire knight for regent set? Did you get anything crazy good from your prism crystal summons? Did you get a crazy legendary that you wanted? Which of these champions, which of these days do you think will be the best for you to summon your shards that you saved up as part of Wixwell Fusion? Which are you going for, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? There is a lot of information in this video. Hopefully I get some feedback from you in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily raid Shadow Legends content. Later guys.